Let's take a look at the best TH12 Yeti attack strategy that you can use to get more 3 stars. What's going on, my friends? My name's Corrupt. The Yeti BoBat is an incredibly easy and simple attack strategy to use with the Yetis. We're going to be teaching you guys how to use it before we get into some live attacks. Make sure that you also go ahead and use code CORRUPT in any Supercell game. Now, when using the Yeti BoBat, you have a couple options. Base identification is extremely important, so you want to take a look at 4 main buildings: the Inferno Towers, Eagle Artillery, Wizard Towers, and the Town Hall. All of these are incredibly important to get rid of. Along with that, the base identification in terms of choosing the wall wrecker or the log launcher, it really comes down to personal preference. Do you prefer having a bit more tankage? The wall wrecker is going to be your go-to. But if you want to take down walls from a distance and you know that you're going to be able to get a good path to the town hall, using the log launcher is a better option. So those choices are still very viable. Now, what about creating the funnel? Well, first, you want to start with the Warden walk. Like with any Yeti attack strategy, you're going to be using a Warden walk. Now, if you don't have access to a Warden walk, like in this case here, you can always use a Queen walk and send in the Warden with that. That way, what you're able to do is start moving into the base and creating a funnel if you don't have access to do a Warden walk. That way, it's a little bit easier. Now, your next goal is to create the opposite side of the funnel, where you can use the king and a sneaky goblin to do just that. So you can cut this area off using a sneaky goblin on a resource collector and using the king to create a little bit of a funnel. That way you can actually send in your Yetis and any P.E.K.K.A.s if you choose to bring them, and then also having the rest of your heroes enter into the base, mainly the queen, of course. So as you're pushing through, you want to use either the Warden Eternal Tome as you're getting through something like a multi-inferno, or through other heavy structures, or even going into the core of the base. Now, as you're pushing in, you want to make sure that you've got the use of the rage spells to push these Yetis and also the bowlers throughout, so that way they are raged up, they're ready to go, and they're able to take down these defenses. Now, luckily for him, he has a couple, a Yeti and a P.E.K.K.A. going for the Eagle Artillery when nothing did. So you got to keep in mind those different things. But you will be able to get rid of the Town Hall regardless, especially if you have Yetis and P.E.K.K.A.s in the base to take that down. Now, in this case, you can then go ahead and start your bats. You want to mainly look at what defenses are being tanked for, like this one here, and which ones aren't, like the Inferno Tower. So you want to start on the Inferno Tower with your bats. You can start this by going ahead and using a bat wave. This is going to be using the bat spells all on the outside in order to get rid of different defenses. Make sure, though, that you're using the free spells as soon as you can, but don't be too early on them, and you don't want to be too late either. So you want to be able to use the free spells in order to get all the way across. That way, it's just a little bit easier for you to push your bats through. Sometimes you may need to use them on point defenses if they are overwhelming the bats too much. But in this case, you don't want to try and use your free spells too early. Sometimes you're going to have to use a second one. That really sums up exactly what you're doing if you are planning on using this attack strategy with the bats. And that kind of simplifies exactly what you want to do, and that way you don't fail with this attack. So I'm going to go ahead and start with I'm going to start with the king over here, actually. So I'll use a baby dragon here, and then that way I can actually use the queen. I'll have to use the king here. Let's see. Kind of want this king not to go in that direction. I do want to enter in from up top. Use an E-drag here, wall wrecker. So if I can send in the healers here. Let's see, then I can send in the Yetis. And hopefully that allows me to send in the bowlers. I'm going to send in the Warden. Use a rage spell to get everything in. Alright, that's looking good. I'm going to use another rage, poison, Warden Eternal Tome to protect everything. Alright, I mean, this is looking good. We still got a large portion of our Yetis moving in. We'll be able to get access into the core. That's looking good. And let's see here. I'm going to start with the bats over here. Do I need to drop in a freeze? I do. Pop my queen ability in order to get through this. Come on, bats. Take down... Ooh, we do lose some of them. That's fine. And drop in a freeze right here as they're getting over to that wizard tower. I think I might have to drop in another freeze, unfortunately. But I think we should be good to get through the rest of the defenses here. Let's see. We have enough tanking. We have the Yeti still up. Alright, I'm going to start my cleanup as well. Got some wizards here. Going to use a balloon. Got a couple of these. Let's see. Is it going to be enough? We don't have too many defenses remaining. And we still have a bunch of Yetis up. It's just a bunch of cleanup at this point. But it's looking fairly good. If we can keep that wizard up, that would be great. Let's see. Can they take down the Inferno? Can they? This could be close. No. But we do have a couple Yeti mites, so we still have a lot remaining. I think we're going to be able to get it done. Even though this one did kind of look like this could have been a fail, I think we're still going to get it at least. I think we could have probably used another freeze, though, on that other one, or probably even waited. But let's see. I think we'll be able to get the triple either way. With 30 seconds, we'll be able to get through that single Inferno with no problem. We got enough Yetis. And yup, there we go. The Yeti BoBat still getting it done. That is exactly how you guys can use it. And man, this is absolutely strong. Even with my hero levels, you can still get it done. An archer, that we can kind of pick that off. I'm going to use a balloon. And I'll go ahead and start by using the Electro Dragon here. And that way I can kind of create a little bit of a funnel. I want to go right towards the Eagle Artillery. And we do want to get that Wizard Tower. So I'm going to drop in the King up top with a Baby Dragon over here. And then let's see. Will the King go down? I do need him to go down. Yes, he does. Drop in the Queen with the healers. Drop in the Wall Wrecker. Drop in the Warden. Got the bolt. Yep, there we go. Got everything going in. I'm going to pop my King ability. Alright, this is looking good. So the E-Drag did die off, but that's fine. Use a Rage spell right here. Hopefully we can get everything to go into the core. Let's see. Use a Rage spell here. And while they get in, I'm going to wait, and use the Warden Eternal Tome. Get through that entire core segment. And while they're going through that, I'm going to use the bat spells right here. Now, if this Wizard Tower was active, then we would use a freeze. But since we don't need to worry about it, that is all good. There's only a couple Wizard Towers that we do need to worry about. Just this one over here. But outside of that, you know exactly kind of what we're doing. We just got a little lucky here in terms of exactly which defenses. I think we could probably use a freeze right there. And we could probably use another one here. And there you go. There is the triple. That's extremely easy. And let's see. Let's go ahead and just finish off cleaning up the base. We can swag the freeze and the poison. There you go. Again, another easy triple. I know that the Wizard Towers were down, but do you know what? You'll take advantage of pretty much anything. If Wizard Towers are in a bad position, you'll take advantage of that with the bat or with a BoBat attack like this one. And we're able to easily get the triple with the Yeti BoBat. Let's go. Let's take a look at another live attack. Start off with an E-Drag. So we're going to use a balloon. Just look for any Seeking Air Mines. We don't want it to get taken down. And we're going to create a really nice funnel with that. And once the E-Drag gets rid of a couple buildings, we'll start with the Queen. And let's see. I will then go ahead and use the Queen right here. Alright, and then I'm going to create the funnel over here on the opposite side. Whoops, I did not mean to use my Queen ability. I'm going to start sending in this right here, send in the Yetis, pop my King ability, send this in with the Warden. Alright, that's looking good. We have an E-Drag in there. That shouldn't be a problem at all. I'm going to go ahead and use my Warden Eternal Tome in order to get through that. We're going to use the Rage in order to get through the Town Hall. That is no problem at all. And I'm going to start my bats up top here so they can start moving through. And then I'm going to time my freeze. Oh, we were a little late. Dang it. Got to get better at that timing. But we should be able to get rid of the wizard tower. So that's looking good. We still got everything moving in. All the bats are going to start overwhelming these defenses. So that's good. Alright, let's see. Can we get on top of this just in time? Looks like we will. Looking good. They're all going to go to the wizard tower. Alright, this is looking really, really good. It would be nice to have my queen ability, but we should be fine here. Just got to perfectly time this one. I'm not perfect. I think we're going to place it right there. There you go. Let's go ahead and start the cleanup process. We will, wizard here. Let's see, goblin over here. And then we'll also use a couple archers in order to sort of start cleaning up. But there you go. We did hit this one earlier. Again, it wasn't perfect at the beginning, but we still got it done. That's exactly how you can use it. We still got a minute remaining here on the clock. And yeah, there you go. Just shows exactly how easy it is. Uh-oh. No, no. Oh, no. Oh, that was so close. But there you go. We got the triple. Let's take a look at one last replay before we end it off. Let's also give you another replay. Now, this one has 2 singles and 1 multi-inferno. So how do you deal with that? Very simple. All you really need to do is look for an area where you're able to get 2 wizard towers. In this case here, we can get rid of these 2 wizard towers. So that's exactly what I was looking at when I was using this attack. So it's really simple. So you want to start by looking at the area. If you're going to use an E-drag like me, then you could actually go ahead and use the E-drag and look for an area where you can get the most chain. That way, it's really simple for you to start a queen walk, like in my case. And I like using the queen walk with this one. This was a little sketchy because I thought that the queen was going to work her way down this direction. So I had to pop the king ability in order to get the Yetis to go in the right way. But in this case, she did kind of loop back around and start moving in. So I wanted to be able to make sure, though, that I was able to get in. So as the queen kind of moved this direction, I was panicking a little bit. And when I saw the Yeti's target over here, I had to use that king ability. That way I was able to control where the Yetis were going. And then that way I could send them all in. Now I did use a rage spell in order to start moving them into the base. I got rid of the 2 wizard towers. I used another one, and this is what's really funny. The tornado trap actually prevented most of those Yetis from actually taking any damage from that Giga Bomb, and that way it allowed me to easily move through. So single Infernos are still really easy. If you can deal with Inferno towers in the core, that's going to help a lot. Now at this point, I've got about 3 wizard towers, and I'm going to use my bats all the way, kind of like in an L shape here, to get all the way across. Now, unfortunately, I should have used the free spell earlier because they got hit by that first shot, but I'm able to still control where they're going. I still have a lot still going through. Be very careful of having healers cross with the bats, because they could trigger red air bombs, and that could really cause a lot of damage to the bats, so you don't want that. So you want to be able to still move through. Try to time your free spells, kind of like what I did, making sure that I was not late on any of them, but also not too early, and that way the bats had enough time to one-shot them. And that's really it. That is exactly how you can do this. If you have any other cleanup troops, you can really do that. My personal time in terms of that was getting a lot of time fails, so this still works incredibly well. Just make sure you have some troops for that cleanup. But hopefully, you guys took something away from this. Let me know if you guys want to see a full-blown Yeti guide for Town Hall 12, and I will bring that to you guys. Make sure you guys also let me know if you guys took anything away from this video, and make sure that you guys also go ahead and follow me over on the social. Join my Discord server, and also subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell, and use code CORRUPT in any Supercell game, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Corrupt, signing out.